The hunt for the new Chelsea manager continues. Carlo Ancelotti today publicly rules himself out of the job. Julian Nagelsmann apparently is not going to get it, and Luis Enrique is not going to get it because Marcelo Gallardo is going to get it. Who on earth is he? Most football fans are thinking that. Well, I had to do some research. I got you all covered. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Kavkas View. Yes, today's video is going to be an insightful one. It's going to be short and sweet, and then the rest of you can go and enjoy watching Bayern Munich versus Manchester City. And if you're watching it at a later date, I hope you're going to stay to the end to enjoy it. But let me give you the running order. Number one, the manager hunt needs to get explained, okay? Now reports in Argentina are coming out that the River Plate manager is going to be Chelsea's manager in the summer. I'll give you the details. Number two, Gavi's agent meets Chelsea. He has a sit-down meeting, and in the next coming days, there's going to be another meeting. We'll give you the details about that. And finally, the Mason Mount deal continues, all right? People, I'm going to once and for all explain to you why Mason Mount is being offered an 8-year deal in comparison to Ben Chilwell for 4 years. Some of you just don't want to listen. Stay till the end, and at the end of the video, one, you'll be more informed, and two, it will get into your brain because I'm going to explain it in the most simplistic way possible. There is no other way to look at it. It is uber simple, it is very easy to understand, and you will be better for it, and you won't be asking silly questions. So all I ask from you guys right now is hit the like button because you made it this far. It means you're enjoying the content. Subscribe to the channel because we're aiming for 50,000 by the end of the year. And finally, if you want to help this channel grow a bit more, follow me on Instagram and let's grow that. Let's do it. First things first, I sound like Nick Wright out here, but Marcelo Gallardo apparently is going to become the new Chelsea manager. So a lot of you are going to say, what? I said the same thing. Don't worry about it. Look, I don't claim to watch Argentinian football. I am no savant of South American football. I watch the occasional one game a year of Copa Libertadores or the Brazilian League. I don't even watch the Argentine League. So I am not going to sit here and give you guys this tactical breakdown of what Marcelo Gallardo's tactics are at River Plate and how they are amazing and how they're the next best thing and he's a top 10 manager because some people are complaining, comparing him to Pep Guardiola and Guardiola learned from him. I'm not going to do that. I am not going to sit here and lie to you because it's a waste of my time. It's a waste of your time. What I am going to say to you guys is, number one, this man has been at River Plate from 2014 to 2022 to present date. He's still their manager. Prior to that, he had 1 year at Nacional in Uruguay. Yes, in Uruguay, there's a club called Nacional. Learned something new today, both of us. And more importantly, now, reports in Argentina are saying that he's going to be the next Chelsea manager. We've seen his name float around for a week now. I didn't take it serious because we've seen everyone. We've seen Marcelo Lippi, we've seen Spalletti at Napoli, we have seen Enrique, Nagelsmann, Carlo Ancelotti, who today, by the way, has openly said, I'm very happy in my current job. I love the club, but it's not the job for me. Frank Lampard is the right man for the job. Wrong answer, Carlo. We do not want to hear that stupid bum licking and absolutely endorsing a former player getting the job because you don't want this job, okay? If you don't want it, keep your mouth shut. We don't want to hear, oh, Frank should be getting it, because there's nothing to do with Frank. Frank does not need to have this job even in his mind next year. Frank Lampard should become a fan the way we are next season and watch Chelsea games with an enjoyment because we're playing good, attractive football. We are playing winning football, and that won't happen with Frank Lampard as manager. So don't even put that idea in Frank's head. It already is there most probably, but don't do it. But back to Gallardo. So yes, the Argentinian press are saying he's going to become the next manager. I don't believe it. And the reason I don't believe it is because what have we been hearing? They've hired Frank. The reason they've hired Frank is because they want to extend the recruitment process. They want to make it thorough. They want to make sure that it is absolutely detailed. And more importantly, they make the right decision. So why on earth would you hire Frank Lampard as an interim to the end of the year and publicly make it known that it's till the end of the season if you could most probably go and get Marcelo Gallardo out of his contract from River Plate? It doesn't make sense. For me, this is just speculation. I think right now Chelsea generates clicks, Chelsea generates name value, and people want this to happen. For me, what have we heard so far? We've heard Nagelsmann wants the job at the end of the summer. He is being pushed forward by Viville. We know that Luis Enrique came to the UK, had lovely conversations with the club, really impressed the club, and the club are looking for a manager with a bit more experience. Enrique ticks that category. He ticks that box. We know that we've spoken to Pochettino yesterday, and now we know that Marcelo Gallardo is being considered for the role as well. We also know that Enrique is going to be at the game tomorrow in Madrid. What does this tell us? It means we've got a long journey, peeps. We've got a long journey. There's going to be a lot of leaks. There's going to be a lot of information coming out, but there's still a phase 2 of the recruitment process to go through. So I'll keep you guys updated, but I'm just saying, don't go on this emotional roller coaster. I don't want this guy, I want this guy, I don't want this guy, I want this guy. It's not worth it. It really isn't. So calm down, relax, and enjoy yourself. The next story really caught me off guard, all right? Because the next story is Chelsea have met with Gavi, and Gavi is the young kid, the young phenomenon from Barcelona, right? Gavi broke into the team last year. Gavi was part of the Spain Euros team at his young age, the World Cup team, sorry, at his young age, and he's been a prominent feature in both the Barcelona title-winning team, because that's what we can call them right now. They've conceded 9 goals all year. And Gavi has played a big role for Spain, like at a very young age, to the point where people are caught saying Xavi and Iniesta, when really, when you think about it, he's nothing like Xavi and he's nothing like Iniesta as well. Like, yes, he's technically gifted, yes, he's nippy around the pitch, but the guy loves to tackle, the guy loves to scrap. I even call him Gavi Catamol just for a joke, right? Very good player, much better than Lee Catamol, don't get me mistaken. But that's what I like to see from him every now and then. But what's happened? So, reports in Barcelona are saying that his agent has met with Chelsea's Viville, and the talks went so well that in the next upcoming days we're going to have more conversations. And why is this happening? Well, Gavi's still on a youth contract, and some of you can say, what do you mean he's on a youth contract? How could a player of his caliber be on a youth contract? Alex, we saw he agreed a deal. Well, La Liga said that deal's not allowed. La Liga said Barcelona can't be agreeing new deals with any player until they fix their revenue issue. Barcelona are lacking in finance. They are over the threshold that La Liga deem is equivalent. So basically, La Liga say you're allowed to spend this much of the revenue you generate, and Barcelona are over. And the only way they can get under it is by, number one, absolutely selling players or selling parts of their club to generate more revenue. Because you know what, they were doing that all last year. Gavi, after he agreed the deal, they revoked it. La Liga said no chance. You're not allowed it. You lose your number. And more importantly, you go back to your youth contract. Gavi and his people are very frustrated by the way Barcelona have handled this. They don't feel prioritized. And come this summer, Gavi is a free agent. And the fact that Gavi is a free agent, he's going to have all the clubs around the world chasing this. And if you doubt it, go and look at how many minutes he's already played for Barcelona, how many minutes he's already played for Spain. This kid is highly touted, very technical, very comfortable on the ball, and has already had so much exposure to the point where De Jong almost got sold from the team because of the breakout of Pedri and Gavi. So I don't know whether Chelsea are actually going to go and sign him, but I think Chelsea are going to be in and around the player. So if he moves, Chelsea will be front and center trying to get this across the deal. And I don't know if Barcelona are going to be able to get enough players off the books in time for the 30th of June when he becomes a free agent, and if he's actually going to wait for them. I think a great way of talking about Mason Mount is explaining that Gavi would be his replacement. I view them very similar players. That personally, they would be a like-for-like replacement. And a lot of people are saying, look, why should Mount sign this new contract if Reece James got 250k with bonuses and a 6-year deal, when he's only been available for 50% of the game? Very valid point. Ben Chilwell, 210k, so he's gone up from 190 to 210, and it's a 4-year deal. I'm going to explain this another time for you guys. Mount has every right to reject any deal Chelsea put ahead in front of him, but at the same time, Chelsea have every right to not offer him what he wants, because at the end of the day, it's a negotiation. That's how it works. One party has one valuation of something, the other party has another, and either they meet in the middle or it breaks down. And in this case, at this moment in time, it's breaking down. What we know is Chelsea have offered him 180k on an 8-year deal. And the reason they've offered him an 8-year deal is because, number one, in their eyes, is worth that much money, and they want to trap him for the rest of his career at Chelsea. They say, you love the club, you want to be here, so let's give you a deal right now that you are going to be happy with for the next 8 years. We don't want to renegotiate with you in the future. Mount wants the flexibility. I understand why he wants that. But we need to ask ourselves one question. If Mount wants to be one of the top earners at the club, doesn't this mean his spot in the team should be guaranteed? Doesn't it mean that this man should be starting on a weekly basis? But at this moment in time, Mason Mount's struggling to get into the first 11 off the bench. Like, he's struggling to get onto the pitch. Yet, people are telling me, Alex, you have to pay him whatever it takes. How can you pay somebody whatever it takes when he's not getting minutes, when he's not a part of your plans? The next manager will be integral in this decision, hopefully, because I think the next manager will decide whether Mason Mount gets sold or not. He will get sold this summer if the manager believes he's not good enough for the club and the club doesn't get caved to his demand. Ben Chilwell is top 10 left backs in the world. Reece James is top 3 right backs in the world at a bare minimum. Mason Mount isn't top 10 centre midfielders, top 10 forwards, or top 10 strikers, or shadow strikers, or defensive midfielders, or centre midfielders, top 10 anything in his position on the football pitch. So the reality is Chelsea aren't going to pay him top 10 something money. They're going to give him what they deem him valuable at. And the valuation they have is 180k for 8 years. So either he agrees to re-sign or he gets sold. It's very simple. Honestly, I don't want to keep making videos and talking about this, but a lot of people keep throwing accusations and statements that just are factually incorrect. And I don't want that to happen. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, enjoy the games, and tomorrow, Chelsea versus Real Madrid. So it's time for us to get behind the boys, get somehow excited for this game, and just hope that at the end, when you're watching my review, we're still in contention to go through. Peace out, I'm out, have a lovely evening.